looking for? Or the Alliance? Light be with you. Light bless you. Go with honor, friend. Be careful.
So many quests.
Go with honor, friend.
Hello. Have a good one. Safe travels. How are you? See you later. You need something? Good day to you. See you around.
Looking for something specific?
Safe travels. Hey there. Have a good one. Safe travels.
Greetings. Light bless you. For the Alliance.
What can I do for you? See you soon.
So much walking at the beginning of World of Warcraft, man. So much walking around. Need to level up my sword skill. shit, I didn't know I had to scout through. Was right in there and I didn't even know I had that quest. Whoops.
You need something? Go with honor, friend. Well met. Light bless you.
Hello. Safe travels.
Redmine's death. Could be a wipe incoming. People in the curve are all saying 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5 and that Deadman's group is dead. How many more are gonna die?
It's too late for us now.
Hey Matt, what's up? So far so good. Just easy questing right now. I mean, well, not easy. I mean, some of these mobs are pretty dangerous, but there's just so many quests. It's funny at low level how you have so many options for leveling, but later on down the road it changes. This quest is going to be difficult to do if 3 Murlocs are coming at me. I know, this particular part of the quest. And even taking 2 Murlocs that are level 10 is tough at my level. Is it just 2? Or is it 3? It's just 2. We can take 2. No problemo.
It's too late for us now. We've gone
So there's a corpse here. So many people get killed right here. Shit. 1, 2, 3. They're all around me. 2 more. I hope they don't respawn fast. Oh, these guys reset. Interesting. Wow, they already respawned. They already respawned. Already, those 2 that I killed respawned. we won't be doing this quest. I'm not gonna sit here and fight through these mobs. It's not worth it. Sorry, not worth it. Plenty of other quests to do. Yeah. I mean, we'll give it one more shot. Your only chance is to kill him and loot the item. I killed them, went to loot the item, but the Pathers aggroed. We can kill and loot the item before the Pathers get to me. We'll give it one more try. See if we can time it correctly. We got it. We got it. Bingo! Done. I said I'd give it one more shot. If it didn't work out, we'd screw it, but it's just all in timing those stupid Pathers. Look at that. Level 13. A lot of lag spikes on my computer in WoW lately, which kind of bothers me. Like, just like turning the screen around, seeing a lot of like little stutters and shit, which kind of sucks. I have a lot of stuff open. I haven't restarted my computer in a while. It's probably the reason. Too much shit open on my computer. Let's close this, see what's open. Well, we got this browser open. Let's close that. Okay, let's close. Okay. Close this. I'm just closing down shit that's open. Close this. All right. Come into the light. these filters is causing the screen to kind of... I don't know, I can't get Classic WoW to run as smoothly as it used to for some reason. It seems like the levels is doing that. Yeah, let's not use levels for a while. Yeah, the client doesn't run as smooth as it used to. It's kind of unfortunate. I don't know. I mean, even without my filters turned on, it's still, there's some stuttering and stuff. And I've tried to fix the issues, but it could be anything. It could be my drivers. It could be...
What can I do for you?
Who knows? It's just, the game just doesn't run as smooth as it used to. Unfortunately.
Shadows flicker, but there's no light.
See you around.
I laugh along, though it's not right. The
King's
silence
on it,
cuts
friend. Be
beneath
careful.
the white. I'm tired of echoes that don't stay. Fading voices drift away. I need something real to say. A spark
Need
to
help?
drive the
Farewell. Light bless you.
dark away. Hollow conversations caught in a loop. Circling phrases with nothing to prove. I'm listening closer, but it's all unseen. The empty cracks where we've never been. We move through moments
What can I do for you?
on
Be careful.
repeat.
Go with honor, friend, for the Alliance.
Every
Light bless
line
you.
stumbles, then retreats. I trace the patterns at your feet, but nothing shifts, just broken beats. I'm tired of echoes that don't stay. Fading voices drift away. I need something real to say. A spark to drive the dark away. Hollow conversations caught in a loop. Circling phrases with nothing to prove. I'm listening closer, but it's all unseen. The empty cracks where we've never been. I'll cut the static, find my tone. No city hums, it knows my secrets. I'm awake, tangled in regrets. Every scar I tried to hide led me here, nowhere to run tonight. There's a spark.
What can I do for you?
There it is, the bear buckler. God, I've only had 65 silver.
See you around.
Son of a bitch. I almost want to just farm here for 65 silver so we can buy that buckler, but I'm too low level.
Leaving shadows, walking past the nights that tried to hold me. Every part of me is finally awake. I'm standing, I won't break. Your words echo when the world goes silent. Even when the night feels violent. Corners of fear I can't disguise. Something in me finally feels alive. There's a spark I can't control. It's alive, running through my soul. I'm breaking through, leaving shadows, walking past the nights that try to hold me. Every part of me is finally awake. I'm standing, I won't break. No rewinds, no second guess. Every broken piece of me finds its rest. I'm standing now. I'm standing, I won't
Bummer, man. I really want to buy that shield. The bear buckler is best in slot right now. What's the quickest way we can get 65 silver? Oh man, there is no quick way to get 65 silver. Actually, I do know a way, and we're high enough level for it too.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend.
Need help?
like shadows
Safe job.
on the wall. I wish I could forget you, want to forget it all. I dream of you at night, wake up and then you're gone all the time, lost in you. Everything you never do, and all you never say, never make it easier to numb out all the pain. Not like anything was wrong, it never made it right. You're the one to come on strong, so why am I all alone? Here we go again, the same old thing. Smiling through a bleeding heart, I'll fake it till I break apart. What's it gonna take to look away?
Hello. Safe travels. See you around. Hey there.
What's it
See you
gonna
later.
take before I break? Man, some days I hate this town. You never fail to let me down. Better stay away before I break now.
Good day to you.
There's nothing more to say.
Have a good one.
I'm only days away from a meltdown. Night so quiet it hums, a melody under my thumb. City lights blink like tired eyes, a whisper in the alley dies. Moonlit streets, they carry me. Soft shadows, my company. The night just breathes, it lets me be. Moonlit streets, they carry me. Concrete dreams beneath my feet. Every step a syncopated beat. A broken neon sign still glows. The rhythm of the city
How are ya?
flows.
Watch your back. Safe travels.
Moonlit streets, they carry
Well met.
me.
Light bless you.
Soft shadows, my company. The night just breathes, it lets me be. Moonlit streets, they carry me. Faint echoes of a saxophone make me feel I'm not alone. The air's so thick, I taste the time. A fleeting moment stuck in rhyme. Moonlit streets, they carry me. Soft shadows, my company. The night just breathes, it lets me be. Moonlit streets, they carry me.
Hello. You going?
Can I help you? For the Alliance.
Blacksmith hammer.
How are ya? Good.
You need something?
Copper dagger.
But I figured it out. Two hearts make good friends.
See you around.
Sometimes you got in mind. And I gotta get out. Finding thoughts inside.
What can I do for you?
You got in mind. just how much I gotta show. I figured it out. Two hearts make a friend sometimes. You got in mine. And I gotta get out, finding thoughts inside my head. You got in mine. Two hearts make a friend sometimes. You got in mine.
What can I get for you today? Off with ya.
It's more or less a sign of age, drawing lines, blue recede to vacant gray. How much time? It's more or less the same. Holding, wanting more than
Shit, shit, shit.
loving, searching, breathe a brand new day, growing, learning. It never goes away. Living,
Looking for something specific?
afraid.
20 silver. Fuck me.
Safe travels. Good day to you. See you later.
The start of a new day.
How are you?
What did you just drink? A milk. I need to grab more milk. Shit.
What can I do for you? Be careful.
Fuck, we didn't pick up the quest for that shit. Oh no, crap. Is it a follow-up quest? It must be. Well, let's see if we can we kill Hogger real quick? Did I just take a healing potion? Oh, fuck me. Ah, and I just took one of my best healing potions. Son of a bitch. Ah, nice time to fat finger a healing potion. Idiot. Idiot. Oh, we gotta wait now for that. Shit. kind of in a shitty spot. Because if I start to get killed by Hogger and I try to run, we don't really have a good spot to run to. Any way we run, we could easily aggro more mobs, so discretion is the better part of valor. I'm gonna skip Hogger for now. I don't really like where, if he was sitting on the outside, I wouldn't have a problem going after him, but I don't like him sitting in the middle. Because if I start fighting him and I start losing that fight, it's gonna be tricky running away. So let's not worry about it right now. I haven't killed Hogger in a long time. I don't remember how hard I know he hits pretty hard, but I don't know. I'm 13. I don't know. Not worth it. Even though I kind of would like to get his legs. I mean, you know, the reward. But it ain't worth dying over. Look at the beautiful, beautiful moon. Let's do it. Wait a minute now. 6.5. It's only 6.5. 2 healing spells. That's kind of nice, but yeah, my weapon's a little better, I think. Yes, respawn quick. That's just what we want. We want the fast respawns here. We also want the flask of oil. The flask of oil sell for decent money. Need a lot more. Come on, respawn, guys, respawn. We want super fast respawn rates here. Yes, respawn looks good. Yes, Morpheus. Yes, we can level very quickly here. Look at those respawn rates. I'm loving it. What does life stand for? I don't know. I'm loving it. No, that's McDonald's. Oh, we've got aggro.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
Oh, we got multiple aggro. Good respawn rates. Liking it. These guys give me money when I loot them. I don't think they do. Good. Whoops. Wow, I had something to cleanse. Didn't even see that. Come to Butthead. Bring that shit to me, man. Come on, broski. Let's rock and roll. There's that debuff. These guys are dropping a lot of weapons too. A lot of gear, which is good. Make some money here. If you're gonna ask if the hunter's dead, the hunter's fine. The hunter's resting right now. Just wanted to take a break from the hunter because I was, yeah, no, the meat hunter's good. She's level 54, almost. She's like halfway to 55. She's just building up some rest time. I was just after the grind. I wanted to take a little break, play a little protection paladin because I love the protection paladin. But yeah, the meat hunter's good. Come on, me die on a melee hunter? That's not gonna happen. You will never see me die, at least knock on wood, right? Yeah, the melee hunter's good. She's building up some juicy rest time. Once she gets enough rest time build up, we'll go get to like 55 or 56. Leveling like 55 to 60 it works really fast if you just kind of swap with a different character, you know, and like use rest time to your benefit. It really helps. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that would be cool. For sure. Did you see my melee hunter got the, the pole arm drop? Let's see. Which was like super awesome. Hold on a second. There it is.
Yes. Yes. We finally got a weapon we can use that's good. Oh my god.
The Bone Chewer dropped for my melee hunter in Ungor Crater. So, finally, after like so long having shitty weapons, right? So that was cool to get the Bone Chewer. Bone Chewer has plus 23 strength on it. I mean, it's only like level 40. It was only like a level 43 weapon, and my character's like 54, but that just shows you how bad her weapons were. She was using a main hand axe that was level 35. My melee hunter was level 54. Take that into... And she was using a main hand weapon that was level 35. But that's because I had put the rules in place that she couldn't equip any weapons other weapons that came from chests or treasure, or like loot boxes, remember? Yeah, I changed the rule set slightly. Here, I'll explain. What happened was, I'll tell you why, because it was getting really frustrating. So the melee hunter could only wear gear that was crafted. Like, she only wear armor that was crafted only, but her weapons had to come from treasure chests or like some sort of a loot box, like a fishing crate, or any kind of a container that you have to open, a container that you would loot and then have to open, or or like a treasure chest in the world. So the easiest way to get weapons was really not the easiest way, but the best way was to fish. So one day I fished up 72 mithril bound boxes in out in Feralus. 72. And I opened up 72 fishing, mithril bound boxes. And I only got one weapon, and it was a frickin' mace, which is like the one weapon hunters can't use. And I realized I was spending so much time fishing trying to get a weapon that I changed the rule set. I said, you know what, this is ridiculous. I don't really care about having crappy weapons. That doesn't. What bothered me was that all the fishing was slowing down my leveling, because you don't get any experience for fishing. That's what really was bugging me, is I wasn't leveling. I was just standing there fishing, and nothing. I wasn't really. All it was getting me was some money, and of course I got all like shit ton of journeyman backpacks though. I think I looted like 3 or 4 in one day from all those crates. But so finally I just said, you know what, we're gonna change the rule set because it's driving me nuts. And the only change is we can get weapons that drop off of mobs in the open world we can use. Right, so we still can't use weapons from quests, rewards. We still can't use weapons off of bosses and dungeons. We still can't use weapons. Any weapon that's found in a dungeon we cannot use. Even a weapon found dropped off a mob in a dungeon we cannot use. But if I'm out in the world killing mobs and they drop a weapon that I can use it. So that's the change I made. And I was in Ungor Crater and I was killing a mob and he dropped Bone Chewer. So that's the one. So I did make that change. Just I was getting sick of the fishing was slowing down my leveling. I probably spent like probably, I would bet I spent like probably almost 2 days of playtime just fishing, you know. Or at least a day and a half, you know what I mean? So I was just, yeah, I was just gotta get frustrated with it. But my favorite class in vanilla has been for a long time, and probably always will be, the Paladin. Like, the Protection Paladin has been probably my favorite class for vanilla. And I've actually put more time on Protection Paladin than any other class in vanilla WoW. But my next favorite class probably is the Melee Hunter, to be honest. I love the Melee Hunter. Melee Hunter is so much fun. Yeah, the UI is just, just the Guild Wars 2 UI, so it basically kind of steals, it kind of makes the game look like Guild Wars 2. But it has lots of other cool features too. It's not just that it looks decent, you know, it actually has, you know, there's all kinds of options. I mean, you can move all the stuff around, you can resize elements, you know, you can, you know, go in and configure unit frames, pet unit frames, target unit frames, group frames, you know, there's just all kinds of stuff, you know. Dynamic, you know, XP percent. There's lots of different things. Fade menu bar. What's that do? Main menu icons will fade when you move your cursor away. That doesn't really matter. Animate micro menu. There's just all kind of stuff. So you think it's a good rule change? Yeah, I think it was a good rule change. And just rolled a Paladin and got one up to 37. Nice. Yeah, the Paladin's one of those hybrid classes, along with Druid and Shaman. So you got the Druid, Shaman, and Paladin, which are such fun classes because of the hybridization of them, because of the flexibility. You know, there's something that's so amazing being able to be like a melee class that can actually just pop a heal off on yourself whenever you want. Guild Wars 2 is a great game. If you never played Guild Wars 2, I highly recommend you try it out sometime because it is a really good game. If you haven't played Guild Wars 2, I highly recommend you play it. It's a fun game. Any rules for the Paladin aside from no? There's no rules for the Paladin really. I didn't. You know, I was limiting my melee hunter so much that I just wanted to let the Paladin just level. You know, and I didn't want any rules to slow down her leveling speed. The only rule is that I have to be protection and that I have to use a sword. Is that I'm primarily going to be using like, you know, like a sword and shield. And full of copper bolts. Oh, it's nice that they're actually dropping stuff I can use. I wonder if is there a person, a vendor in here?
What can I do for you?
No, I don't need that.
Have a good one.
Is there like a vendor? Does that guy sell anything? I think he does, right? I don't have to run all the way up.
Need help?
Do you have any milk? Oh, you bastard, you don't have any milk.
Light bless you.
Kill you. Oh well. We'll worry about milk later. I don't know. I think it's because I like females. I think it's because I don't want to look at a guy's big, ugly... I don't want to look at an ugly male character's ass in my face for, 20 hours, or how many hours I play the game. And I like the idea of a sexy girl beating the shit out of enemies, I don't know. I just like. I think the chicks kicking ass is a cool thing. You know what I mean? Oh, thanks for the sub, Caleb. Thanks for the sub, Caleb. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like. I don't really. I only play male, and plus the male character models aren't really that good. You know what I mean? Like they don't look that good. Like especially the human male models, they look kind of pretty good dog shit, to be honest. Like in Terra, I played a male character because he looked cool. Like so, if the male characters like if they looked really cool, I probably would play them more often. But I just don't think the male character models look that great. But I do like the idea of just a female chick kicking ass. Plus, I think it's fun in PvP. I love when I PvP other people. You know, you get these like male ego-driven douchebags in PvP, right? And I love kicking their ass on a female chick. I feel like it's an extra like insult to their delicate egos. You know what I mean? It's an extra little slap in their like e-peen faces. Oh man. Yeah, who wants to look at some guy's dude? Who wants to look at some dude's ass in your face like for 20 hours a day, right? Or like, come on. How much money did we make? So we made some money. So this is not only is this quick leveling right here, grinding these mobs, but also it's actually decent money too, because they do drop a lot of stuff, and they also drop stuff that's useful for engineering and blacksmithing too. It was a decent little grind here that I've used from time to time. When I don't feel like questing, I can just grind a couple of levels right here, make a little bit of money. What I'd really like to do is get to 65 silver so we can go buy the shield. Go buy the bear buckler over in Lakeshire if it's still there. It probably won't be there by the time we come back, but you know, going from this shield here, which has 189 armor, to the bear buckler, which has over 400 armor, plus it has +3 strength and +3 stamina, is a massive upgrade. Plus they drop a lot of flasks of oil, which actually a decent source of money too. Oh, sure. I mean, yeah, I mean, stat priority, you want strength, stamina, intellect. I would say stamina, like some people will prioritize intellect over strength, and I think that's probably pretty fair, to be honest. If you want to look at stat priority, and especially for hardcore, I would say stamina, intellect, strength, in that order, would be the stat priority. As far as talents, I mean, I go with, let's see. Do I have it here? I don't have it on this one, do I? Hold on a second. Oh, that's the right one. Well, I'll just show you. There's a lot of, I mean, just like any any class. I mean, there's a lot of options, talent build-wise, but I build out Protection Paladin really in you know, I try to build it up to be like an AoE protection type build where I can like kind of AoE mobs as I'm leveling. And really the biggest thing for that obviously is consecration. But the big difference you're going to look at is, are you going to be tanking dungeons when you're leveling up, or are you not going to be tanking dungeons when you're leveling up? If you are taking dungeons, obviously you're going to be getting improved Righteous Fury here. But if you're not going to be taking dungeons, you can get rid of those 3 talent points and put them somewhere else. But for me, I always go 5 out of 5 on Divine Intellect, 5 out of 5 on Improved Seal, and then I rush Consecration right off the bat. So once I get done grabbing these talents, then I go into and grab the Redoubt right away. Because what I'm looking, and then we're going to grab this, we're going to put 2 points to this, and we're going to finish this. So this is my starting build for Protection Paladin. So the key, obviously, is Consecration, Redoubt, increase your chance to block with your shield by 30%. And obviously you want your hit rating, 3% hit rating. And then, of course, your shield specialization, which increases the amount of damage absorbed by your shield. And then I always go blacksmithing because I want shield spikes. We want to be, so now every time we block, we want to be doing damage with our shield spike. So I always, mandatory for me anyway, the way I play is I always go blacksmithing, especially for self-found, because there's no other way to get shield spikes. If we were on a server where, you know, where we could buy shield spikes from the auction house and stuff like that, but then I would go like engineering probably, just for the explosives, you know, because paladins don't have the best way to pull mobs at range. So having like, you know, iron grenades you can throw to pull mobs can be pretty useful. There's other things you can get in the game. There's a couple different items you can get in the game that allow you to have like ranged pulls, like the boomerang from, I think, on Grow Creator. There's also even like the quest to kill Morbid Fell. That item that you use to weaken him is a ranged item, and that actually you keep that after the quest ends, so you can also use that to swap it in if you want to use it as a range pull, because it just debuffs targets, but it'll pull them at range. But yeah, this is really the starter build, and if you're not tanking, like I said, you're not going to use Improve Righteous Fury, but if you are tanking, you grab that. I usually go 1 point in Guardian's favor if I'm tanking, just because a lot of times you'll have to bop the healer because they get charged by a mob or something, and having the cooldown on bop is really useful. You can also bop some stupid rogue who's pulling too much threat, which is really useful. Bop is almost like think of bop is almost like a kind of like a taunt. It's not really a taunt, but you know, you're basically bop, because once you bop like a rogue, like if the rogue pulls threat, bop almost serves as almost like a taunt for you, because usually if somebody pulls threat off of you when you're tanking, it's usually like somebody like a rogue. And so as soon as you bop the rogue, the mob that was aggroed him is going to drop threat, and it's going to go right back to the highest person on the threat meter, which is going to be you. So it's almost like a taunt. It's almost like you're taunting the mob, even though you're not. You're bopping the person he's attacking, but think of it as almost like a taunt ability. So yeah, I like to go 1 there if for tanking. If I'm not tanking, maybe you don't necessarily need it, but it's still pretty good. Blessing of Kings is really good again for it's good for like tanking if you're tanking again, because you know, for buffing the party. But if you're just solo leveling, you probably don't even really need it. You could probably just do something like this, and then we need to get down. And the thing with Improved Hammer of Justice, like, it's pretty useful, especially in hardcore. It's really useful to be able to judge. Also, the one thing that's really good with AoE leveling is, you know, if you've got like 2 mobs on you, it's really nice to be able to, because you can Hodge one and get off a heal. Like a lot of people go with Spiritual Focus, which basically means you don't lose time when casting. But I found that that's really kind of a waste, personally for me, because I don't have a problem casting a heal in the face of a mob while the mob's hitting me. As long as it's only 1 mob hitting me, and as long as I have Improved Hammer of Righteousness, I can easily be fighting 2 mobs, sometimes even 3, and just bob one of the mobs and get off. If you have 1 mob hitting in the face, you can get off a heal pretty easily. If you have 2, not really. So, but if you know how to AoE correctly, it's not going to be a big deal to whittle down the pack of mobs down to where there's only 2 left, and then you can just bop one of them, heal yourself, and you know. So I don't really waste my time with Spiritual Focus, but a lot of people will tell you that you should get that. But again, I think it's a play style thing and not so much a mandatory thing. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I've been losing my voice all day today. Blessing of Sanctuary is mandatory. You have to get this if you're going to do any kind of tanking or AoE protection paladin leveling. I like Reckoning, personally. So I'll go with Reckoning and one-handed weapon specialization. So this is basically, and I like to go 1 point into Improved Judgment to reduce the cooldown. And you could go 2, but honestly, I think Deflection is probably more useful. So this is 1 here. Let's do this. There's a couple of various, but this would be like one of my AoE protection leveling builds, something I would use for leveling. But let's look at an actual 60 prop paladin that I actually have here. That's already 60. That I leveled on Skullrock actually, and then transferred. So this was a paladin I leveled on Skullrock and then transferred over to this server because there was another event we were doing and I wanted to play here, but I ended up not really using it, so it's kind of a waste of a transfer, to be honest. But as you can see here, this character is, basically you see it's the same, Holy's the same. We got Divine Intellect, we got Seal, and then we've got Consecration. The difference on this one is this is a tanking build. So I've got 3 points into Improved Righteous Fury. You can see I've got 1 in Fire Guardian's Favor, 1 in Blessing of Kings, because Blessing of Kings is something that a lot of people like this blessing in a group context. And then the rest is pretty similar. We only have 1 point in Improved Hammer Justice. That's simply because we use so many points in Improved Righteous Fury. Again, I still have Reckoning, and these are all the same. I've only got 4 points in one-handed weapon specialization, which is interesting that I chose that. But I think the reason I did that is I wanted that extra point in deflection. Because when you're tanking, threat's important for sure, and that one-handed weapon specialization does help with your overall damage, thus your threat. But I really liked having that extra parry chance. So, but it's, so if you're having problems with threat, you could take that parry out and put it into one-hand weapon specialization. But if you're not having problems generating threat, which I really don't on this character, then you can push more into deflection. In fact, if you get more gear, like as you start to get more of the tier 0.5 upgrade set, like the Soulforge items here that increase your damage and healing, right, done by magical spells and effects. So this is the tier 0.5 upgrade set. Once you get more and more of these items, you start generating more threat. I honestly would take more points. I would almost be tempted to take more points out of one-handed weapon specialization. It's not something I've tried yet, but I would be something I would test out. Maybe take another point out of here, right? It's going to reduce your overall damage a little bit, but putting it into deflection is going to give you so much more damage mitigation. So it's just an interesting thought, but yeah, so. But yeah, the biggest talents that you can play around with, I think, is if you're going to do like a protection paladin leveling build, I think is just, how many points do you want to put into Improved Hammer Justice? How many points do you want to put into Reckoning? Do you want to go 5 out of 5? Do you want to go to 4 out of 5? I mean, you may not even need 5 out of 5. 80% might be good enough. I like 5 out of 5 usually. So I think that's probably why I had this like this. And then we could take 1 out of here and do this. This would be a pretty good build for AoE leveling. I don't think there's too many points. And the ones that, like I said, the ones you can play around with are probably Reckoning. Maybe take 1 out of here. But actually, I think keeping it 5 out of 5 is good. And then really it's just the Improved Judgment and Deflection. How many points do you want to get into Deflection? Do you need 1 Improved Judgment? Do you want 2 in Improved Judgment? Do you want to judge more often? I think 1 is enough. I definitely wouldn't go 0 here. Judgment's a nice way to get a little bit of extra damage out. But it's just nice to have it off cooldown. But it's not necessary. I mean, we could take 1 out in here and go this. I mean, the cooldown of Judgment isn't really that long. And the biggest thing when you're AoE leveling, you're just using your judgment to swap your seals. So, like, when one mob goes down, you're going to want instantly judge Seal of Light on the next mob because you want to keep that Seal of Light up so you're constantly getting, when you're AoEing down a pack of mobs, let's say you're killing like 6, 7 mobs at a time, you're going to have Seal of Light on one of those mobs, and you're going to be hitting that mob. And that way, every time you hit him, you're getting heals coming back to you, which is going to be your sustain. That's what's going to keep you alive. And then you're using Consecration and your Reflect damage to do damage to all the other mobs. So all the other mobs are taking damage based on your Retribution Aura, your Consecration, and your Shield Spike, and other things that you can get that'll help you with your AoE damage, like oil. If you're like an Alchemist, you can use Oil of Immolation. If, make sure you go into Ungor Crater, do your crystal quest. Make sure you get the crystal spire, which gives you like a lightning shield. That's going to do damage. Also, make sure you get dragon breath chili so that you're breathing, you're breathing fire on your mobs. That's going to get you some additional damage. All those different types of things. You're really trying to focus on ways that you can do a lot of damage to the entire group of mobs in front of you. But again, the seal, really, the judgment isn't so much something you're doing a lot for damage. You're just judging when you mob goes down or when the mob's almost dead. You're going to switch your judgment of light to a different target so that you can keep getting heals coming back to you. So having like an improved judgment talent really isn't necessary because you're not trying to judge a lot. You're just trying to keep the judgment up on a specific mob when you need it. So you could, if you're just like tanking or even AoE level, you could take this point out and go into deflection, which probably is a good idea. I mean, to be honest, it's probably the better choice. Because 1% more parry that's a lot. I mean, 1% is a lot. So anyway, so that's just some thoughts around how I play, at least how I look at the protection paladin as far as leveling or tanking. And things change based on gear, just like with any class. If you get more, like I said, if you get more damage gear and you're not having any addition, because really as a protection paladin, your goal isn't to do damage really. Like when you're tanking, like your goal as a protection paladin when you're tanking is to absorb damage. To hold threat, absorb damage. That's the role of any tank, to be honest. That's the role of any tank. So, I mean, doing damage is nice and all, but your damage you're going to do a ton of damage with Consecration. So, you want to stack any kind of gear you can get that's going to improve that. So, if you're looking at some of the gear you're going to look at in I don't know if this is the image. Like here, like this is what that character currently had. So, that's actually not. There's another. Let me pull up another image here really quick. If I think I've got it. I don't know if it's this one. I think that's the same. Is that the same image? Yeah, that's the same image. Yeah. I thought I had one. Might not be in this folder. I have too many folders. I have too much shit on my computer, man. Yeah, I'll have to find it later. But when you start looking at stuff, items that are pretty good, like the Soulforge set is the reason the Soulforge set is so good because each item has this. It actually has increased damage and healing, and it also. The Soulforge gauntlets that when you upgrade, it has the 3 primary stats that a paladin needs. The paladin really needs stamina, intellect, and strength. So if you can get all 3 of those stats in one item, that's like best. That's like the best thing you can do. So to get all of these 3 stats plus increasing your damage and healing by magical spells and effects is it's like a paladin's wet dream. I mean, this is like, if you find a piece of gear that has these 3 stats plus it increases your damage of healing and magical spells, it's like. It doesn't get any better than that for a protection paladin. That's why the Soulforge set is so incredibly powerful. It's not easy to upgrade all the items, especially on a hardcore server, but it's definitely worth doing if you can get it done. Anyways, I have to go to bed pretty soon. I kind of wanted to get to bed at 6, so 20 minutes from now, 6 a.m. So let's see if we can get close to 15 in 20 minutes. Probably not, but let's see. Ooh, we got some upgraded gloves. The infantry gauntlets, nice. Alright, I'll see you, Cal. Yeah. No worries, man. I gotta get to bed soon. It's 5:40 a.m. here, so. Still raid time? Yeah. I don't ever really do the cluck. I don't even know how to do the cluck quest because I've never done it, and I don't really have desire to have a chicken as a pet, so I never bother with it. So that would be a no. Oh, pretty prince of parties, can I come to your party? No. Can we do that? Let's see. Light of the Concords. Prince of Parties. If you guys haven't seen this, it's freaking hilarious.
Oh, flop.
If you guys never watched Flight of the Concords, it's hilarious. He's on an acid trip.
I'm the pretty prince of parties. You're a tasty piece of pastry. You're so lighty, flighty, flaky. I go where the party takes me. I'm a funky monkey junkie. You're a flunky funky donkey. You're a picture of the devil's daughter. I'm a picture of holy water.
Oh, pretty prince of parties, where's the party now? Oh, pretty prince of parties, I let it flow. So parties, can I come to your party? No. That's what I was saying. That was my reference there. You said, do you want to do the chicken quest? And I said, do you want to do the chicken quest? And I said, no. Come on, we gotta kill these. We need money. Come on, guys, drop some weapons. They were dropping a bunch of good items for money just the last time I was killing these guys, but this time they're not dropping as much good stuff, not as much goodies. They're still dropping the oil though, so we're up to over 6 silver in oil. We gotta get to 60 silver so we can buy the shield. There we go. Drop those big two-handers. Need some buff food too. I don't like this zone. I'm not a fan of Westfall, but Sometimes I'll grind these golems just because it's pretty quick XP. When the spawns are this fast, you can just sit here and kill these golems pretty quickly. If you're a rogue, it's even better, because a rogue can annihilate these guys. Go back to the Cragmire. Cool. Yeah, we're not even gonna get halfway through the level in 12 minutes, unfortunately. That's kind of a bummer. No. Alright, well, enough of grinding these guys. It's going to take us too long to get the money I want. We did get a nice glove upgrade, though. We got these infantry gauntlets, which was 68 armor. So, if we go to if we go to the Loch Modan area, we can get a nice chest upgrade. And then probably head over to Dark Shore. The shield... As soon as we get money, we gotta get the shield, though. We gotta go to Lakeshire and get the shield. I'm trying to think if there's a shield quest reward. There's the class quest reward. I don't remember what level that comes at.
What can I do for you?
There's always options. So, we still made like 30 silver. In the time that I was there killing those guys, we made like 30 silver.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
We could do this quest, but I don't know. We're a little bit low level.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Let's get to the road where it's a little safer. I just want to grab the flight path while we're here. $50 silver? That's a lot of money.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend. Be careful. Good day to you.
I supply only the finest goods. See you around.
I supply only the finest. I supply only the finest goods.
Step on up. Have a good one.
No, you don't have alts. Yeah. Well, I've only got. Really, I just have this one in the hunter. I got the warlock, but I don't know how much I'll level the warlock. Warlock's always one of those classes that on paper sounds so much fun, but whenever I play them, I just don't have as much fun on them as I do on a protection paladin or a hunter. You know, I just don't have as much fun on them. It's just I don't know what it is with warlocks. I always have a hard time leveling warlocks. It's always annoyed me that that's the case. I don't know if I grabbed. I don't think I've ever been to Loch Modan. No, I haven't. And there's a chest piece that we can get in Dark Shore. I don't know if it's really worth it to run all the way to Loch Modan from Ironforge just to get that chest piece. Well, we could just get the one in Dark Shore. Yeah, Warden Staff's awesome, man. I love the Warden Staff. Or Twig of the World Tree. I like that on my druids too. This looks so cool.
You need something? See you around.
We do talk. Cool. I'm off to bed, guys. I gotta get some sleep before work. It's almost 6 a.m. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. We'll continue leveling the paladin. We're still letting the hunter here get some rest time. Once she gets pretty full on rest time, then we'll jump on her and level her to like 56. I think. So maybe play the paladin for like today and maybe tomorrow, and then maybe play the hunter. Probably play the hunter on probably Saturday at some point, I think. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later, man. Peace out. Have a good one.